You don't have a choice to what happened to you. You cannot choose to undo it. It has already happened. But you do have a choice to sit there and think about whether I want to move on from this or not, whether I want to move on to the next phase of my life if I'm thinking about this thing that's been holding me back. So why do I decide on making like a topic about this today? Yesterday I had a debate thingy in my class about should the people bully you be forgiven, and there's a yes and no side. Well, I'm on the yes side. But when we were debating, I guess I was too invested. So, when we started like debating, it's like teacher separated to two sides, right? So there's a yes side and a no side. So for the yes side, she said, okay, let's start an argument. And then one of my friends stand up and she said like, oh, we should forgive people because we need to give them second chances. And then when they heard it, okay, the debate started. Okay, so the no sides, one of the person A, okay, person A said like, oh, I will not forgive people because even if I forgive them, they'll never change. They're still the same. Like they don't change. They're still doing these evil things to other people. They still bully me. They never change. And I remember being so angry, like there's a fire in me. And I stood up. It was such a crazy moment that I have to recall of what happened yesterday. And then I stood up, and then I think there were people standing up, but like I said, I'm gonna be standing. I want to talk about this. And I remember being so fierce and being so passionate about why we should forgive the people who bully us. And I said that you cannot change people. The only person that you can change is yourself. Honestly, when I was like talking, I forgot my points because I remember my mouth running, but I don't know what I was saying. Like I just know that my mouth was saying a bunch of things about it, but I don't remember. I remember like being so emotional. But like in debate, guys, you shouldn't. Most of the time when you're being emotional, people won't really listen to what you're saying. They're just listening to your emotions. So at that time, my emotions was quite loud. It was louder than what I was trying to convey. So I think what people heard from me was like, forgiving people really hurts me, but I choose to do it anyway. And then after that, after some time, right, I sat down. And then another person argued that it's my choice whether I want to forgive them or not. That time I was even more calm. I wasn't bringing my emotions in anymore. I was saying that yes, we're talking about forgiveness, right? So some people chooses to forgive and some people does not choose to forgive. But we're talking about which option is better. Well, of course you can choose to don't forgive them if you want, but we all want to move on. We all want to leave that baggage behind. We're forgiving for our sake, not for their sake. If they don't change, that's their life. Who are you to control what they're gonna do after all? You cannot change that person. The only person that can change is yourself. So if you keep holding on that resentment, you keep like thinking like, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. So I'm never gonna forgive this person. What are you hoping for? What are you trying to achieve? If you keep holding on that thing, that's limiting you. That's stopping you from going through the next phase of your life. If that is stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself, why are you holding on to it? Why are you holding to that resentment? And then I was like, you need to just accept. You need to just accept that people are horrible. And then I sat down. And then I remember like everyone was clapping for me because it's true. Forgiving, when you forgive someone, you have to know your aim. Why do people forgive? Many people think that when people does us wrong, when people bully us, okay, there's a lot of people that has done it wrong. There are a lot of people that has mistreat us. There are a lot of people that has crossed our boundaries. A lot A lot. So many. A lot of people have created mistakes that they aren't even aware of. So when they're doing this to us, we feel upset. We feel like, oh, why? We feel hurt. I I'm not denying the fact that people can really deeply put that deep rooted trauma in you. They can store they can make you store that trauma in your body for a long time. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that people who forgive are going through less than people who don't forgive. No, of course I understand that it's not about what we've been through. This conversation isn't about who went through worse. This debate isn't about who treated you worse, who treated you better. It's not about whose wound is deeper and whose wound is not. I could be saying that, oh, but you don't know what happened to me. You don't know how this person like almost killed me. I almost killed myself because of this person. Of course I deserve a right to not forgive them. It's not about, and you could even argue that, oh, then you must be going through something lighter because you can forgive this person. Forgiving people and this whole forgiveness thing isn't about what mistakes people have done to you, isn't about how much they wronged you. Forgiven Forgiveness is hard because that's the concept that we thought of first. The concept we're thinking about, that we're just gonna forget what these people have done to us. That's why a lot of people still hold on to, I don't want to forgive this person, because that means that I'll have to let go of the past me who's been through all this thing. That I have to forget all those memories. That I have to let go of this version of me. But it's really not. That's really not the case. It's really not the case. Forgiving, a lot of people say like forgiveness is overrated. In fact, I think forgiveness is underrated because a lot of people still cannot forgive others. A lot of people still hold on to this resentment. A lot of you guys are holding onto that little resentment that you have. A lot of you guys are still holding onto that version of yourself who has been wronged. That's why you don't want to let go of it. This whole thing isn't about debating who went through worse and who has a bigger heart. No. Every one of us who have forgiven others, we have been through in your situation. We've been through your situation. We know your feelings. That's why if someone, when I was passionate yesterday, it's because I had been in a position. I had been so resentful of the person who took my power away from me, who took advantage of me because I was a child. I don't want to go deep into that, but it has the trauma that it did to me, that I have to store in my body for a long time, that I was starting to become scared of the people that I'm seeing because I was afraid that it's going to happen to me again. And there were so many past friends that I loved so dearly that broke their promises to me, that made me don't believe in promises anymore. There's a lot of people that could have wronged you, but you have a choice. You have a choice to move on. You have a choice to forget. No, you have a choice to forgive these people. You don't have a choice to what happened to you. You cannot choose to undo it. It has already happened. But you do have a choice to sit there and think about whether I want to move on from this or not. Whether I want to move on to the next phase of my life. If I'm thinking about this thing that's been holding me back. That resentment that I have been planting a seed in my heart for a long time has made me limit my social circle. That thing made me hate people. That resentment made me cannot look at people the same anymore. That resentment, this made me think like, I just hate the world. You know, your resentment to the world. What will that do to you? What will resentment do? You think resentment will protect you? No, it will not. It just limits you. It makes you just stop stand at ground forever. By not forgiving, you're walking, but you're just like, am I even walking? Because I'm carrying all this baggage. It's so heavy to carry all those emotional wounds. Forgiving is so hard. I understand that. I'm not judging people because they cannot forgive others. I know the fact that they cannot forgive others must have been because it had been so painful to them that they have to live through it for the rest of their lives. But these people that then did them wrong, just living their best life out there without getting what they deserve. I know. From the bottom of my heart, I know how hard it is to forgive others. But still, I made a choice to just scratch that. Who cares? Because that is not my tax, guys. Guys, you have to know, in your life, you have tax. You have a purpose. There's a book called my friend bought this book called The Courage to Be Disliked. I don't know if you heard of that book before, but in that one chapter, it really talks about like interpersonal relationships, right? People have their tax, okay? You have your own tax. Let's say, for example, someone doesn't like you, and you feel bad about it. Why don't they like me? I did nothing wrong. I'm just existing. Is it your tax to make them like you? No. It's their tax. It's their tax to get over it. But they can choose to ignore it. So in this context, what is your tax? Well, your tax is just live, like be just like before, improve yourself. Why do you need to change yourself just because this person doesn't like you? Is this person that important? Does this person even love you? Who are you changing for? Even if this person loves you, so what? If they're asking you to change the part of yourself that is not even relevant to be saying that, let's say you say like, oh, you're so ugly. What? So if you think I'm ugly, so what? That's your business. That's your tax. That's your problem to change the perception of me. Or else you're just gonna have to live with the fact that I'm ugly. Yeah, just think I'm ugly all your life. Just think that I'm ugly because I don't care about your opinion. Because you do not care about me. Why should I care about you? Right? So in this context of forgiving, someone did you wrong. What is your tax? Your tax is to forgive them and forgive yourself. For your sake. Their tax is to change. Their tax is to change to become a better person. Their tax is to become better. To forgive themselves even. These people are people too. They're people too. They're still living. Life, what goes around comes around, guys. These people, they will not go long. If these people rob your money, one day someone's gonna rob their money. It's guarantee. Okay, rich people don't rob other people money. They will never get rich. Robbers never get rich. Even if they did get rich, they're gonna go to jail anyway. So you don't even have to frustrate about these people, because these people are gonna get their karma. These people are gonna get what they deserve. You just have to sit down, learn to forgive yourself and others. Learn to think that they do not know better. They will never succeed. Okay, I'm not saying, but I'm talking about the robbers here, okay? I'm not talking about like people in general. If someone robbed your money, you say they're never gonna succeed if they keep robbing other people's money. If they never change, they're never gonna succeed. But that is not my business. My business is to change. My business is to forgive these people for many reasons. First, they do not know better. Second, I need to move on. You can forgive people without forgetting the pain that they've caused you. These people who did me wrong, I don't forget. Right now, And I still remember like all those things that people have promised me and they broke it, or like someone took my right power away from me. I know. My parents even parents, no parents is perfect. My parents must have done some mistake, because I understand it's also their first time being a parent. They didn't know better back then. But now they're trying to change to give their children a better life. I understand that. They cannot go back to their life and then learn how to be better, because what has happened, okay? What once happened to me needed to happen so I can become the version I am today. Those trauma that my parents inflicted on me, the mistakes that they've done, they cannot redo it again. But now they can change for the better. They can give a better life for their children. So I'm grateful. I will not complain about my parents doing this and doing that in the back then. Now that I know better, if I was a parent in the next few years, I'm also gonna start from zero, because I never had a child before. Forgive those people because they didn't know better. These people are also going through life. These people are also living for the first time. These people who did you wrong, maybe they know. Maybe they don't know. And so what? That is not your tax. You don't have to bear these people's tax. That's their task to change. If they don't want to change, it is their business. The only person you can change is yourself. If they don't change, like, so what? Like, no. The best revenge is just to improve. The best revenge is just to not have revenge at all. The best revenge, probably you can say, is to heal. The best revenge is to heal. But not because of them, because of you. You need to heal because of you. You need to heal so you can become the better version of yourself. You need to heal so you can finally move on. You have a goal in your life, okay? You have a purpose in your life. Stop letting these people stop you just because they did you wrong. Stop letting these people haunt you forever. Stop letting your resentment haunt you forever. Don't give these people power. They don't deserve that much attention from you. They don't deserve that, okay? I can guarantee some people have probably forgotten the fact that they've treated you like that, okay? They're probably moving on. They're probably forgetting. They probably have new problems to deal with. While you're here, still thinking about all the things they did to you. Think. Who is gaining here? Who is gaining something here? Them or you? Just forget it. Whatever. If you did someone wrong, okay? I'll give you a scenario. If you did someone wrong before and you didn't know better, and they choose to never forgive you, they swore to God that they're never gonna forgive you, how do you feel? How do you feel as an imperfect human being who did something wrong without your own knowledge? How do you feel? You'll feel guilty. You carry that for your whole life too. So both of you will never be happy because you both feel guilty. You both carry that shame forever, for the rest of your lives. And then what? Someone doesn't forgive you. If someone doesn't forgive you, let them be. Because again, that's their task, right? Your task is not to beg for their forgiveness. Who are they? Who are you? They need to live their own life. You need to live yours. Separate. Everyone is a separate soul. Everyone has their own purpose in this life. Every one of us have a purpose in our lives. Stop trying to steal other people's purposes. Stop trying to steal all their tasks. Don't be a busybody. Just live your life. Just move through your life. No matter how much pain people have inflicted on you, even though you don't deserve it, even though they owe you a big apology, tell yourself, tell your inner child, tell the child inside of you, no matter if they change or not, I'm going to forgive them, no matter what. I'm going to tell myself, I'm going to give myself that closure. They don't need to be giving me that closure because they don't control my life. I control my life. I do. The person that's gonna be successful in the future is me, not them. They wanna be successful, that's their thing, okay? They deserve it or not. How much they treat me, what they did to me in the past, that's their tax. That's not your tax. One day you're gonna be happy. One day you're gonna be surrounded with so many people who appreciate you for you. Do not forget those people. Learn to be grateful for what you have now. Learn to be grateful that you have food, you have internet, you have water, you have a house. Simple things like that. You have God. If you don't believe in God, then just look at things around you. Aren't you having more than the people who do not have? Most people don't even have those things that you have right now. But they're still living life. And they're still strong. So you have to be strong. It's not about materials. It's really not. It's about how you view the world. It's about your perspective. If you keep holding on to these people, you will never be happy. I'm making this video because I want you to be happy. I want you to start celebrating for yourself. I've been through that. I'm so strong. I can talk about it. I can empower other people because of the pain that I've been through. Use your pain as your strength, because that's what I did. I used my pain as my strength. Don't you feel proud that you can contribute to the world by using your pain as your strength? These people need help. Other people, if you're watching this, you might need help, right? You might need some closure. You might need someone to encourage you. I'll be that person. I'll tell you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of how much you've been through. I am. So thank you for watching this. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.